Hi and welcome to Swedish Plant Guys. In this video we give you 5 quick tips on when you're buying a new indoor plant. And these tips can apply to almost any type of indoor plants. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. That really helps our channel a lot. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram where you can get sneak previews on upcoming videos. Tip number 1. As with everything else, you usually get what you pay for. And quality in an indoor plant is actually quite important. But why? Simply put, a more expensive plant has probably been standing at the grower in the greenhouse for a longer period of time. The longer it's been standing in the greenhouse, the more expensive that plant will be. No matter if it's the same variety, the same size. But how can someone get the same size in the same plant in a shorter period of time? Well, the grower can stress the plant. If it's giving it the perfect environment and it's not giving it any rest during the nights as well, it's pushing that plant to its limits, it will look quite good. However, the plant will be stressed. But it's been standing a shorter period of time in the greenhouse. That's why you can buy it cheaper. The problem with this is that when you get that plant that is stressed and you take it to your home where it's not getting the perfect temperature, the perfect nutrients, the perfect watering, the perfect humidity, then that stressed plant will show you that it's stressed and you will get problems. So simply put, buy quality plants from serious companies. Tip number 2. Depending on what type of a plant you're buying, take a look at all of the different plants before you in the shop and look to see that you're buying the one that has the most starters, stalks or stems. What I mean by that, if you're buying a vine plant like this here, look to see how many starters, how many stalks here that are coming out of the soil. If you have one plant that only have maybe 3 or 4 starters and you have the same one for the same price that has 5 or 6 starters, choose the one with the most amount of starters. Another example is here. These 2 plants cost the exact same amount. They're the same size, they're in the same type of pot. However, if we look closely, this one has 1, 2, 3 stems, while this one only has 2. So choose the one that has the most amount of stems. Tip number 3. Always take a look at the leaves when you're buying any type of indoor plant. Take a look to see that there are no yellow leaves, no burnt edges or tips or anything else that you can see is wrong with the leaves. And take a good look, because when you flip it over, you could find some things here that you don't like this here. So choose the one that doesn't have any flaws on it. And always, always turn the leaves. Take a look at the underside of the leaf. It's usually here you will find if it has pests. Tip number 4. Knock off the pot and take a look at the roots. Now, many shops will not like it when you're doing this, but this is one of the best ways to check if you have a quality plant. Now, what you do is that you take the pot and you gently squeeze the sides of the pot. Now what's happening now is that when I compact the pot a little bit, when the plastic turns out again, the soil is still a little bit compacted. So it will be easier for me to remove the pot without damaging the roots or the soil around the roots. Now when you've done that a couple of times, you can also try and squeeze a little bit underneath the pot. Now if you have small hands, use 2 hands and do the same thing down here, because usually it's down here you have the most roots and they can be a little bit root bound to the pot. Now then you try and just grab the plant and you wiggle it a little bit and then you take it out of the pot, if possible. And then you take a look at the roots. Now the roots should look something like this. There should be lots of them if it's a quality plant, and they should be white or creamy white or a little bit yellowish. What you don't want is that when the roots are black or if they smell really bad, then don't pick that plant. Another tip is that if it is a little bit bigger of a pot and it doesn't work by just squeezing the pot a little bit, you could gently try and knock the pot. What I mean by that is that you can hold the plant and just quite quickly knock the pot a little bit. Just make it a snappy move and it will come off. And then you can take a look at the roots. Tip number 5. Try and cover your plants when you're taking them home from the shop and it's cold outside. Just wrap it in paper or plastic, preferably paper since it's more environmental friendly, like this. Because what happens then is that you are covering it from the extreme colds and the high winds that you can have outside when it's cold. So by just doing this, you're actually keeping it from getting damaged. Now, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps our channel a lot. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do. Hit the bell as well so you get a notification every time we put up something new. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram where you can get sneak previews on upcoming videos and sometimes a little bit more. Now until next time, hej då!